Live from the Dunkin' Donuts Iced Coffee Lounge.
We have New York's own Kim Viera.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to Z100.
Thank you.
Dude,
Thanks
first
for
time,
having me.
no problem. First time here,
Yes,
obviously.
first time.
And you know, you're. I feel like you're on your way. You're emerging. You're one of our emerging artists.
Yes.
And the cool thing about you is you are from here,
I am.
Boogie Down Bronx.
Born and raised.
Like
Yep.
another regular, degular, schmegular girl from the Bronx.
That's right. That's
Beautiful.
it.
So for those who don't know you yet, kind of tell us, like, you know, a little bit of your background. Like, who are you? How'd you get started? And
Yeah.
how did all this come about?
Yeah, well, I was actually born and raised in the music industry. My parents are both musicians, and so I really grew up in a musical home. My mom was a singer, and my dad was a musician, and he also had a live sound company that he started from the ground up. So I was really surrounded by a lot of artists growing up in the Latin world. They were kind of like uncles to me, but I didn't really realize that they were famous. Yeah, no, I really had a lot of opportunity to be surrounded by great musicians and artists growing up, and my mom was, you know, my hero growing up, so I always kind of emulated her, and I have always loved singing and performing. And so I started in church, actually, singing. That's where I kind of got my chops, and then from there I went to music school and for college. And I went to Berklee College of Music, and, you know, I really just started to hone my craft there, and I was really blessed to be able to be around really amazing singers and musicians, and so I feel like during that time I really got to soak that in and just grow as an artist and a singer. And after that, I decided that I really wanted to be an artist. I wasn't originally trying to do that. I've always felt like I wanted to do it, but, you know, it always feels kind of not attainable. So at that point, I was just kind of like, well, you know, I started having opportunities for me to do a project, and I was like, you know, if I don't take this opportunity now, I'm never going to get that. So I met some guys out in LA that one of my friends at the time had linked me with, and they were called the Writing Camp.
Okay.
And they were really gracious enough to kind of take me under their wing and help develop me as an artist and as a songwriter, and I learned how to become a songwriter and what that meant, because I've always wanted to be a songwriter so I could have something to say within my songs. As an artist, I think it's important to be a part of the creative process if you can be. And so probably spent like 5 years I was under them and just kind of learning how to become a songwriter, and then
That's awesome.
yeah, and
How does like one learn to be a songwriter? Like, is it just kind of, how does that happen? Like, I've
yeah.
always kind of wondered.
I mean, I feel like it's just kind of, you got to be thrown in the waters and kind of do it. I mean, if you don't just go in there, I don't think there's any science really to it. I mean, you learn certain tricks along the way of like, okay, this is what a chorus is supposed to sound like. You know, people need to be able to catch on to it and whatnot. But at the same time, I feel like you just kind of have to do it. You have to be doing it like anything every day. Just, you know, write constantly, and then you learn how to you see your growth over time. And being a songwriter is just about telling your story, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then you out-popped this opportunity with Daddy Yankee.
Yes.
Which is so cool.
Super cool.
I mean, only had one of the biggest hits last year with Despacito.
I know.
So what was it like?
Cool.
What was it like working with Daddy Yankee on Como?
Oh man, it was a really cool experience. I mean, we didn't get the chance to actually work in the studio together to work on Como, so we did it separately. But on set, it was a whole lot of fun. He's super sweet. He's got great energy. Like we hung out in between takes and whatnot, and you know, I mean, you're with a superstar, so he kind of emanates that, and he's actually a really humble person. So I had a great time working with him. Yeah.
Very cool. And you guys, so you went to Puerto Rico.
Yes.
For the music video.
I did.
And how is that kind of like going back there? And I know you're kind of paying like, you know, homage in the music video to Puerto Rico. Like,
yes.
What was that experience like?
Man, it was actually really surreal for me. I think it was super important for me to tell that story and have our video be there because of everything that Puerto Rico's gone through with the hurricane. And, you know, that was actually my first time back since everything had happened. So for me, it was a bittersweet experience because I got to go back to, like, you know, I have a place there. I've gone there. I go there every year of my life since I was born. So I'm with my cousins and my aunts and all of them there. But I hadn't really seen the damage that had really happened. So for me, it was important that I was really happy to be there and be able to have Como be filmed there.
Yeah.
but at the same time, it was kind of sad for me to see, you know, all the damage that had been done and whatnot. So, but I'd say more than anything, it was more of a good feeling for me to be there.
Okay.
Because it was an emotional place for me. I mean, it's my second home. So.
Right. And you're able to kind of see the rebuilding process
Yeah.
and kind of see, you know, everybody kind of come together and help each
Absolutely.
other out. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a cool thing to see too.
Yeah, and also, you know, Puerto Rico's still a beautiful place. I mean, it's nice to see, like, even through all of the damage it's been through, it's still gorgeous. So, you know, I think it's important people that still go visit.
For sure, for sure. And now you are you're from the Bronx.
Yes.
What do you do when you're not writing songs or performing or anything? Like, what do you just do, like a day in the life of Kim?
Man, I mean, my days these days are very blurry because they all
just kinda mesh together.
Yeah, I'm constantly rehearsing. Right now I have so many shows coming up. I'm developing what that looks like, and, you know, constantly growing that. So I'm in rehearsals, or I'm in sessions, or I'm here with you wonderful people. So, you know, I'm constantly going. I'm never chilling. on times that I get to, I love some Netflix and chill.
Oh,
so
got to. What are you watching on Netflix right now?
well, I just finished Ozark. So
Okay.
that's my show. Yeah.
Ozark, check it out.
Yes.
Very cool. What is, like, in the Bronx, what is, like, the best place? Everybody's always searching for, like, the best type of food. Where's, like, the best place in the Bronx to get Spanish food? Like, where's the best place?
Well, okay, this probably sounds like really stereotypical,
Okay.
because this is like a chain restaurant there, but I love it. I'm not, you know, whatever. It's Brisas. I love it
Okay.
on Castle Hill Ave. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. In Castle Hill, like right under the train, you have Brisas right there, and that's like my go-to.
There we go.
Yeah.
You should get an endorsement with them now, too.
Thanks.
There we go.
Sign me up.
There we go. Well, so you have, obviously, you're gonna have a lot coming up in the next, you know, couple months, next couple years. Like, what do you have planned for 2018 and 2019?
Yeah, well, I have a lot more music coming out for you guys. So I'm gonna drop a few more singles. I'm working on a whole project. I would like to put out an EP, so that's also in the works. So you guys will have way more music from me, more videos, more cool features that have yet to be heard.
Oh,
So I
hey.
can't tell you yet, but, you know, it's happening. And yeah, and a lot more performances. Hopefully we can go on tour, and, you know, you'll see a lot more of me.
Live from the Dunkin' Donuts Iced Coffee Lounge.